Welcome back, Photoshoppers. It is I, Mark Elmo Ellis with PhotoshopTrainingForum.com, where we show you how to clearly and concisely use Adobe Photoshop. In this segment, we're going to learn about the Lasso Tools, and we briefly touched on the Lasso Tools on another lesson, but today we're going to focus on the three main Lasso Tools, which are up in your tool palette. You'll see the Lasso Tool, which is usually there. Hold down your left mouse button, and you'll see the Polygonal Lasso Tool and also the Magnetic Lasso Tool. So we're going to go over all three of these real quickly, and we're going to try to show you how to use them interchangeably if we can. Alright, one point I want to make before I go too much further. I am currently using Photoshop's CS3 version to make these videos with. I have the CS3 version of Photoshop, and I don't really feel a need to upgrade at this point. But many of you may have just bought Photoshop and bought CS5. There are a couple of real small features that seem to be different between CS3 and CS5, but my thing is this. I don't see a reason to go out and purchase another copy of Photoshop if it's only changed 2 times over the last couple years. I'm going to wait and spend my money when it's jumped about 4 different versions, because each time Photoshop charges you for an upgrade about $200. So if they change it next year and you just bought CS5 and they go to CS6 and then next year it's CS7, you're going to be paying $200 a shot. What I like to do is just wait until it jumps about 3 or 4 versions and then purchase. But that's just me. But there are a couple of little things that are different concerning the Lasso Tools from CS3 to CS5, and I'm going to briefly touch on those at the end of this video. The first tool we're going to look at is the Lasso Tool. The basic Lasso Tool, which like I said is 3 down from the top, and it's right here, and you click on that. And basically what the Lasso Tool will allow you to do is if you hold down your left mouse button and drag it around and let up, it'll select an area of the item that you want to select, okay? And this makes it real easy. So let us say you wanted to select this whole tomato really quick, and you wanted to, you know, just go through the process of cutting it out and so forth. Well, what you can do is, and I'm doing a real sloppy job on this, but you can see I'm dragging around while holding down my left mouse button. And then I let up on it, and it selects that, and I can cut it out of here, right? I can move it around, whatever I want to do. So that's what the Lasso Tool does. And then the next one in our toolbox is the Polygonal Lasso Tool. And basically what that does is it selects straight edges, okay? So if you're going along here and you're clicking, see? I'm doing this to show you the contrast, okay? So it's doing straight edges. That's what the Polygonal Tool does. Once you go back, you see a little circle show up on your Polygonal Tool, you know you're back at the original point, and you can go ahead and hit select, and you can cut from this if you want to. See, and it takes everything out that's in that region, or you can alter it somehow by selecting that area. The last tool that's in the Lasso Tool section is the Magnetic Lasso Tool. Now this is one of my favorite ones because basically what it does is it's color based, just like almost like the magic wand is. It's color based, but as you click along the edge, it'll stick right along the edge here. See, look at that. I'm just clicking along the edge here, and it's staying with the colors, and it's selecting, and it makes it real easy to select things. I showed this in an earlier video, the Magnetic Lasso Tool, because it was such an important tool to learn how to use. But as you're going along, you can click along these areas. It'll select based on color, and then as you'll see when you get back over to the... Now, one thing you need to know, if you are selecting things and it doesn't go where you want it to, you hit the back button and it'll take out the last point that you put down there, okay? And this will take you all the way back to the last point you started at. Then you'll have your dotted lines again, and you can go up and do whatever you want to manipulate this. See? And it's real easy to use that. So those are the 3 tools. Now the thing I wanted to show you about these, it's different from CS3 to CS5, and I'll just tell you this. If you are in the regular Lasso Tool here, and you're going to quickly select an area, and you're selecting along, you can switch from this to the Polygonal by clicking on the Alt button. Now I can't do it on here to show you, but if you click the Alt button, it's going to switch over to the Polygonal, and then you can finish it in a straight line if you wanted to, okay? So that's one of the things that's different. Also, in CS3, which is the one I'm in right now in Photoshop, you can hold down the Shift key, and I think you have this in CS5 as well. You can hold down the Shift key, and if you want to go from one tool to the next, all you have to do is hold down the Shift key and hit the L button. So you're holding down your Shift key, you're holding the L button, and you'll notice it's cycling through the different tools. And that makes it real easy if you want to select a different tool the next time around or whatever. That's a real easy way to do that. Now, one last thing I want to show you, just for the heck of it, and we're going to use the Lasso tool because I'm going to do this real quick but there's a way to change anything that you have on here just by merely using the tools that are available in Photoshop. And this is something that you should probably need to know, and you're going to be more intimate with later, but you're going to select everything with a Lasso tool. You selected this area, and let's just say we want to go over to our transform. Now, we went through some of these transform tools a little earlier on one of the earlier videos. In this case, we're going to rotate this image here. So click on rotate under the transform menu, and you'll notice a box pops up here. Alright, so we're going to rotate this, and you can just turn it around by doing that. Also with the transform tools, since I'm on the subject, you can scale it. You can distort it. You can give it a perspective, like it's going off into the distance. You can warp it. So forth. So that's a real cool set of tools that you will have available to you. And I will go into the transform tool a little later on, but I wanted to feed you that so you had something to work with and when you select these different things. This has been a great video tutorial. This has been Mark Elmo Ellis with PhotoshopTrainingForum.com, where we show you how to clearly and concisely use Adobe Photoshop. God bless and have a great day.